Good morning, everyone. It is July the 3rd, 2026. Again, I'm going to do a little different video, as you've seen by my title, Climate Change. I'm changing the subject a little bit today because it's been quite the week here in Canada for certain, and the United States as well as Europe on the heat waves that we've been having. And it's been a rough week for everyone. Canada Day on July 1st, where we celebrate Canada's birthday, was particularly rough on Wednesday, and it's now Friday, and things have calmed down a bit, but we had major flooding here. We had major heat for most of Canada Day. We got into the afternoon with the humidity and that up around in the 40s, 45, 46, and then the storms decided to roll in. And that was quite something for the day. We had considerable flooding here in Ottawa and around the province here, all over, with major weather warnings from hail to tornadoes to heavy rains. I've never seen the flooding like this before in Ottawa, and I was born and raised here. That's over 70 years here, and I've never seen the weather hit like it hit for certain on Wednesday, and I canceled my plans for Canada Day. I wasn't going out in that extreme heat. Definitely I didn't want to risk heat stroke, or certainly taking my service dog out to risk heat stroke on her as well. So Heidi and I just stayed in for the day, and it was just as well, because about the middle of the afternoon the storm started rolling in, and there was four rolling parts of them came in. Like it would the first wave, that was it came in 4 waves on us, because the first wave was so bad you couldn't see anything practically across the street. And of course everyone was out celebrating Canada Day, so there was thousands of people out on the streets as well, and they were scrambling to get into restaurants or wherever they could to get out of the pouring rain. And I mean, it was pouring, and it was just coming down in sheets. And the wind, of course, the wind just whipped up right before the storm came in too. So we had a lot of damage done in Ottawa, a lot of flooding that I've never seen before. We had record rainfall. The record for the day previously was 79 meters for one day. Well, July 1st this year beat it, and was 118 meters coming down. And when I looked out the window, the first wave hit, then it stopped for a bit, and then the second wave came in, and then it stopped for a little bit. Then we had a third wave come in, and then then the fourth wave came in. So there was more rain coming down, and this was in about a 6-hour period. We had 4 waves of major rain hitting us, and major flooding. Buildings were flooding. Some people had to evacuate their buildings. There was so much flooding. They knocked out the power in the buildings. The main maintenance rooms were flooded, everything, and the parking garages underneath some of the apartments were flooded terribly. I've seen some before, but nothing like I've ever seen before. And then parts of Ottawa, even the roads, I've never seen the roads this flooded out either before. So, when people were scrambling, they were trying to get to the sewers and make sure that the sewers were opened up, but the water came down so fast, even our sewer system couldn't keep up with the flooding. And unfortunately, I'm not able to put up any of the pictures here in Ottawa, the flooding, but certainly if you get on YouTube and Facebook and all the different things, there's for Ottawa here, people were posting the flooding that we saw here as well. And it has been really bad. The humidity's been well up into the 40s. The same thing in the United States, and that's come through, and that's part of the system from the States came up and hit us. It pushed our cold weather from further up north. It kept it way up north instead of coming down and trying to cool us down. And part of this effect is the El Nino, which we get every few years. We get the La Nina, which is the colder climate coming in, colder weather coming in, and the El Nino is when the hot air starts coming in, and the climatologist warned us about it. It's going to be even worse this year. And of course, it also, all this weather pattern stalled what's been seeing in Europe right now as well, with the heat waves up in 46 plus, I believe, now as well for them. And from what I understand, from what I saw on the TV, over 2,000 deaths have been attributed to the weather. So I'm just going to put this up for today, and I just want to make sure that everybody is looking after each other, making sure you're hydrated, your neighbors are hydrated. The vulnerable certainly are on the streets. The missions and the outreach programs, they've been scrambling to try and make sure that people on the streets have water, and they're trying to get them into our cooling centers that are opened up here as well. So North America and definitely Europe have been in a major crisis that way. And then, of course, earlier this week we had at least 2 earthquakes. I think it was Japan and Venezuela got earthquakes this week as well. So it's been a very, very, very bad week in many, many different ways. And I just hope everyone out there is safe and be aware of your surroundings. And I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Just take care, be safe, watch your surroundings, and make sure you look out for your neighbors right now, because this is a terrible climate situation that we've got going on right now, as well as all our other problems. So everyone, take care, be safe, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk again soon. And bye-bye.